France's new President Emmanuel Macron hosted his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin at the Palace of Versailles near Paris on Monday. In what he called extremely frank, direct talks, Macron criticized Russian media outlets for efforts to influence the French presidential election. He also questioned brutal treatment of the gay and lesbian community in Chechnya and Russia's role in eastern Ukraine and Syria. VOA's Lanika Hoke reports.
Macron chose the grandeur of Versailles for his first face-to-face talks with Putin. In the opulence of the royal palace, he raised uncomfortable issues, such as the Russian media's coverage of his election campaign. Macron accused two influential outlets of attempting to influence the French election in favor of his rival, Marine Le Pen, who has been friendly with Putin.
Russia Today and Sputnik have been organs of influence throughout the campaign, and they have repeatedly produced counter-truths about me and my campaign.
Rights groups have urged Macron to confront Putin about the abuse of gays and lesbians in Russia's southernmost Chechnya region.
Mr. Macron promised, it was a commitment he made to Amnesty International during the campaign, that he would defend human rights not only in France but in the world. So here he has an opportunity that must not be missed to show extreme firmness, because we know that's the only language Mr. Putin understands.
After the talks, Macron made clear that he had kept that promise.
We discussed the case of LGBT persons in Chechnya, but equally the case of the NGOs in Russia. On these subjects, I very precisely indicated to President Putin France's expectations.
The French president also criticized Russia's military interventions in Syria and eastern Ukraine. For his part, Putin called for an end to Western sanctions against Russia.
I appeal to you, as well as to the representatives of the French media. You should fight for the lifting of all restrictions in the global economy. Only the lifting of all restrictions to free market and free competition, fair and free of political interests and opportunistic instruments, can help the development of the world economy, contribute to fighting unemployment, and increase the quality of life for our citizens.
Russia has been under international sanctions for its illegal annexation of Ukraine's Crimea Peninsula in 2014 and its military support for Russian-speaking separatists in eastern Ukraine. In Syria, Russia supports the government of President Bashar al-Assad in its bloody campaign to subdue the opposition.